Okay, so now what I'm going to show you how to do is how to replace a goalie in the middle of the game. Sometimes you might want to put in another goalie, whether the starter gets injured, you want to give the backup some playing time, or some other scenarios. So when this takes place, what you're going to do is up in the upper right-hand corner, you see a replace goalie or end game button. So go ahead, I'm going to touch that now, and that's going to bring up a little sub-menu. And in this case, we want to change goalies. That brings up our submenu from the right-hand side. The first thing we're going to do is we're going to add what the score is at the time of the goalie change. So in this case, we'll say that Jones High School is winning 3-1 over the Kings. Okay. Then we're going to select what period or what quarter the goalie changed out. We'll say in this case it was the second quarter. And then lastly, we're going to select a goalie who is going in to replace our starter. In this case, who's going to replace Joe. So we're going to select that goalie from the sub menu that pops up. You can also add a goalie, a new goalie at this time by clicking the Add Goalie gray button up at the top. But in this case, we'll say that Devin Richardson is going to go in and replace Joe. Okay, and Devin's name appears. And at this time, we're going to hit down at the bottom the green Apply and Continue button. Okay, we get a little menu that says we've successfully changed our goalie. And one thing I want you to do right now is in the far upper left-hand corner, you'll see a back arrow button. And this arrow is actually present on most of the screens. It allows you to navigate back to the previous screen. So I'm going to click that, and that shows you the overview screen for the game. And it shows you now that Joe Jones left the game in the exit data columns in the second quarter with his team leading 3-1 over the opponent's team. And then Devin came in the second quarter, and it shows that game reflected. At the end of the game, that column will be filled for Devin on the end on the far right there. If you look right next to under the goalies column on the left, you see that Joe's save data is located right below his name, and that Devin's save data, because we haven't entered anything for him yet, hasn't had anything in there for him. Okay, when we're all done, this is a quick overview of what's going on right now. I click back on shot plot, and that takes us back, and now all the shots that are being taken will be recorded for Devin rather than Joe.